Oh my goodness. Every time I go to film a YouTube video, I feel like I've had a double frontal lobotomy. I lose the ability to speak English and form coherent sentences, and I get so sweaty. I'm hoping this changes with time, but until then, I'm going to continue to suffer through these videos and go through 6 takes until I get one. So I'm gonna show you guys what's in my camera bag, because I have to literally pack this bag for this trip and make sure I have everything I need to do what it is that I love to do. So, without further ado, this is what's actually in my camera bag in 2023. So first off, the bag in question. This is the Alpha Globetrotter by Langley. Obsessed with this bag, really. It's not too over cumbersome. It's a great size, medium-sized bag. It's, I think it's 24 liters. One of the main reasons why I love this bag is just the aesthetic. I visually love how this bag looks. And in that, I love the fact that, at least in my opinion, I wouldn't look at this bag and assume it's a camera bag. Which is one of the reasons why I bought this bag, because I feel like when I travel, no one's looking at this bag thinking, oh, there's a lot of camera gear in there. So it makes me feel somewhat safer rolling around with this bag. Another feature I really like about this bag is the weather-sealed zippers on the lower camera compartment here and the upper storage compartments, which is just another level of security if the weather's not great. So without further ado, let's unpack this bag and then repack it. I shouldn't have even packed. We're gonna start with the camera bodies. First camera body is actually the one that I'm filming on right now. This guy right here is my Sony A7S3. It's an absolute workhorse of a video camera. It does take stills, obviously, as well, but it's not quite what I want. So this will be my video camera while I'm traveling. The second camera I'm bringing with me is my Sony A7 IV. I recently upgraded my A7 III to the A7 IV with the purpose of minimizing my kit. So I bought this camera with the intentions of leaving my A7S III at home and only taking one camera body with me. That's not how it panned out, because I'm still gonna be taking my A7S III, but now taking the A7 IV for stills primarily. The third camera body I'm bringing with me is my Canon F1 35mm film camera. I've been looking for one of these for the better part of 2 years, because it has a really unique feature that a lot of 35mm film cameras don't have, and that is the top-down viewfinder. It's just such a cool, fun feature when taking film photos. I haven't really shot a whole lot of film, but I bought it for the intentions of making me slow down a bit when I travel. It's so easy to rip off 1,000 photos with the digital camera. I'm really hoping only having 24 exposures per roll, it forces me to slow down and be a little bit more thoughtful with my photography. It's all about slowing down in 2023. With that being said, I am bringing 2 rolls of film with me. I'm bringing a roll of Porsche 400. Admittedly, I don't know an insane amount about film photography, but I hear Porsche 400 is like, that's the film. And I'm bringing a roll of Ektar 100 for my research. My minimal research, that is. It seems to be a much more vibrant film, so I think it should be really good for this trip, for pulling out some of the greens in the foliage. It just seems so fun, so I'm super excited about that. Technically, the fourth camera I'm bringing is my drone, which is the DJI Mavic Air 2. Bit of an older drone, but literally everything on my social media that has anything to do with aerial photography or video has been shot on this Mavic Air 2. But for the time being, this drone is so good, there's really no need for me to upgrade just yet. Now on to camera lenses. I have 2. I've only really ever had 2 lenses. The first one being the one that I'm filming on right now, and that's my Sigma 24-70 2.8. And this is the goated lens, in my opinion. From price point to build quality to image quality, I think this is literally one of the best lenses that anybody could buy. It has lived exclusively on my cameras for the past 2 years. I mean, client work, personal work, it's all been shot on this lens. Anything on my Instagram over the past 2 years, photo and video, have exclusively been shot on this lens. I will never not own one. I will never not own one. The second lens I have is a brand new one. I don't think I've actually used it yet. Like, actually used it. It's the Sony 70-200 2.8 version 1. Henry's was having an outrageous sale, 40% off all their used gear online, and they had one of these bad boys on the website, and I was lucky enough to be able to snag it. It's been on my wish list for a long time. I used to have a Canon F4 70-200, and I would use an MC11 adapter for my Sony cameras, but just the quality does not compare to this bad boy. And now I also have autofocus for video, which is pretty sick. All right, so that's the main gear I'm bringing with me. Everything else is essentially just accessories. I'm bringing 4 filters with me. I have two variable NDs with me, a 2 to 5 hard stop and a 6 to 9 hard stop. They're Freewell. I think I paid $250 or $300 for both of these filters in a package on Amazon. They are getting pretty beat up now. The glass filters itself, they're starting to slide a bit inside, so the stop markers aren't super accurate all the time, but we make do. I will be upgrading soon to Polar Pro, but not just yet. These still do the trick. The other two filters I have are a circular polarizer. I actually don't really use this ever. Probably should. I mean, the circular polarizer is good for cutting glare on glass, water, stuff like that. I think I just forget about it. It's not that I wouldn't use it, I just forget about it. The last filter I'm bringing is arguably my favorite filter. It's the Tiffin Black Pro Mist 1/4. I'm actually shooting on it right now. It adds this nice blooming effect to highlights. It just adds this dreamy cinematic vibe, and I'm obsessed. Another thing I'm bringing is an SD card holder. I'm notorious for letting my SD cards float around in my bag and I lose them. And the last thing I want to do is lose SD cards that have valuable footage and photos that I want on it. So I'm bringing one of these, and it is waterproof. Now for audio, when I travel, I really only bring one source of audio, and that's the Rode Mini Go. For the price point and the audio quality, I just don't know of a better mic. I also take a tripod with me. This is a Vanguard tripod. It's not mine, admittedly. It's my friend Rachel's. She lent it to me 2 years ago. Rachel, if you're watching this right now, shoot me a text. I have a tripod. If you're not seeing this right now, then I guess that just goes to show how much of a friend you actually are. I also travel with a step-up ring, 77 to 82 millimeter, so the filters I use on this Sigma 24 to 70 also fit my 70 to 200. I don't want to have to buy two filters, so step-up ring just allows me to interchange the filters for the lenses. It's just way cheaper than buying more filters. I have like a little sensor and lens blower cleaner. I probably should use this a lot more than I actually do. I normally just tilt my camera up and blow on the sensor, which is not, don't do that. It's not smart. I also have microfiber cloths. I always travel with microfiber cloths, obviously just cleaning filters, lenses, all that stuff. And then a new addition to my travel bag is a sensor cleaning kit. Now this isn't the brand that I typically use. Normally I go to Henry's. They have a really good sensor cleaning kit there that I buy. I got this one off Amazon. I don't recommend it. It's actually not that good. The one at Henry's is far superior, but where I do travel with two camera bodies and two lenses, I do find myself interchanging lenses and bodies frequently, and doing so from time to time results in some dust and artifacts on my sensor or on the back of my lens. So I want to make sure my kit stays clean. I don't want to have random artifacts in my photos or video. Another thing I'll never not travel with is my MacBook Pro. I take this with me absolutely everywhere. I'm not patient enough to wait to get home to sort through footage or photos, as I would imagine most of us aren't. So I take that with me everywhere I go. So at the end of the day, I can kind of go through some photos, comb through some things, obviously dump some footage. So this is pretty much everything that I travel with. And anytime I do travel, I always bring these things. I still haven't decided if this is a lot of gear or not. I mean, 3 camera bodies is slightly overkill, technically 4 if you want to count the drone. But I'm only bringing 2 lenses. I only ever bring 2 lenses, so it makes it pretty easy. As always, the main objective is creating memories. Content is just a byproduct of that. So thank you guys so much for checking out What's in My Camera Bag 2023. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Slap on that bell notification if you're into that sort of thing. And I will see you guys next Sunday. I need to pack this. I need to pack this now too. I'll see you guys in Costa Rica.